what about people who aren't normal, who are very upset about what happened last night? Let's talk about Paul Tassi, who is the games and TV writer for Forbes right here. Talking about people just having no idea what to expect. He tweeted this out about 12 hours ago. And I don't know if you understand what this reference is here, but he's just looking at a bag. So I thought I'd pull up the actual clip. This is from, what's that damn show?
It's not Will and Grace.
No, it's not Will and Grace. It's Arrested Development.
Oh.
So this is the clip right here.
I don't know what I expected.
So it clearly, I'm guessing that means like, you know, like he kind of expected this to happen, but at the same time, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But how clueless can you be, man, along the way there? I don't know. I found that really, really amazing to kind of see most of these people have been pretty radio silent. They've been digesting, specifically in the gaming space. Now, some people have melted the fuck down, which we're going to get to in just a little bit. So then there's Jason Schreier. Remember Jason Schreier a couple weeks ago when Dragon Age Veilguard came out last week, and he put out this tweet. It had like 1 million views on it. It says "Go woke, go burr, or to the top of the charts," and that was kind of his thing. He wanted to own the chuds along the way, right? Did you see that tweet from him?
I didn't see the tweet specifically, but that has been the general sentiment. Like, Veilguard has kind of been held up as a little bit of a banner for the left now. It's like, look, this one thing didn't do disastrously. I'm looking at like 8 years in development. Yeah, I knew you needed a lot more than that, buddy.
Right. Well, I saw that and I was thinking about it in particular this morning. I just said, go woke, go bro, or lose the presidential election, House and Senate, right? I think that's the biggest thing. This is I mean, they're about as woke as you could possibly be.
Oh,
right. Well, okay. All right. As far as we've seen right now, I mean, as far as the idea of not knowing what a boy and girl is, the idea of having, story time with drag performers and stuff with kids, like all these things that nobody asked for, nobody wants. And that's how this happens. That's exactly how this happens along the way. So it's crazy. Now, Blabs, I know you don't like talking about her, but we're going to.
I already know who you're talking about.
I know. Alyssa Mercante of Kotaku.
She did have a day yesterday, I'm sure.
It was a rough one for her, and I would say most people at Kotaku. This tweet was going around yesterday, and you know what? I actually think she's kind of right. Now, it says this guy said, this person, I don't know who this is. Regardless of the election results, it's obvious this country has gotten way more right wing, especially amongst men, and I think a lot of it has to do with what's fed to us online. We have to figure out a way to stop every dude under 35 from tuning into crypto Hitler. And she said, it starts with the nerds. I've been saying this. And you know what? I actually think she's right. It does start with the nerds. I think culture from a video game perspective, it does start with all the nerds who play video game on a day-to-day basis. I 100% agree with her. And that's why what we do on a day-to-day basis is so fucking important, because there is a trickle-down effect from this. Arch, your thoughts?
It started in nerd culture in general, because we were not the popular kids growing up. We were very much so the insular subculture that everybody picked on. We were at the bottom of the pile. And then everybody was like, hold on, video games are pretty awesome. And they started getting into video games, started getting into 40K, into Star Wars, into Star Trek. All of this became large. And we were in that immediately, initially, looked at this and thought, cool, loads of new people. Hey, want to hear about 40K? Want to hear about video gaming? And we were so excited. But we didn't understand that we were letting in people who weren't passionate about this, who were in here because it was cool and who wanted to use it for their own ends. Like, we failed to gatekeep our hobbies. And so we were the first ones to see the shift. We were the ones who were like, hold on, you can't ban me for not voting your way, surely? It's like, oh, watch me. Like, oh shit. We were the first people who were affected by straight up wokeism. And so we're the ones who've had the longest to look at it and go, yeah, no, they're actually insane. Holy shit, we've got to warn people.
Well, and I think that's the thing about it is, for the first time, they've received pushback, these people, and they're not used to it. They're not used to being heard no. And I think that's the biggest thing about yesterday. It was people saying, I've had enough. I've had enough of this insanity. I've had enough of boys playing girls sports. I've had enough of drag queen story hour. I've had enough of the gaslighting. I've had enough of me telling me that I'm a garbage human. I've had enough. And for the first time, these people are hearing no after being coddled to and being told that they're right by everybody for so long. And for them, it's natural for them to lash out. How could you? And clutch their pearls. Which
just in the tweet you had right there, right? America has become more right wing. Like, bear in mind, to these people, right wing is, like he says, like crypto Hitler. That's what they think. They think that America has become more right wing, whereas in reality, America has barely moved, but they've gone so far to the left and now looking rightwards and saying, like, wow, you are really far away. Like, yeah, you ran.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You ran the fuck away. It's crazy. Well, it continues as she actually retweeted this one here, and this is just so on brand for her. It says, this is somebody that she retweeted. It says, lived out so hard, I forgot that men at their very core hate women.
At the very core of my being beats the heart of just misogyny.
It legitimately sounds like a broken person. Like somebody did something to her. Like she had a breakup or something along the way. Yes, Blabs?
Sorry, that tweet was really funny.
What's that?
That tweet that you just had up, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Did women get more abortions, or were they actually going and paying for groceries almost every single week of the year and was like, shit, I'm out of money? Maybe that's why they voted in a certain way. I don't know, man. But let's just hate men and for no reason, even though they protect women. Except for the misogynistic men who are saying that like trans women totally are the same as women because they just suck.
The woman vote was up, and you're exactly right. Like, who usually does the household shopping? Women. So they go out, they look at their grocery bill and go, well, this can't keep going on.
It makes me laugh whenever they're like, I hate men. It's like the founding fathers of America. Okay.
Well, and I think that's the most amazing thing about this with her in particular is what you're seeing right now is pointing the finger at everybody but themselves. And right now, men are becoming the scapegoat. They're saying, oh, it's all men's fault. Men showed up last night and they voted. They hate women. All men hate women, clearly, as you see from that tweet. And she continued here with more. She says, yes, the increased vitriol you saw online over the last few months was an indicator. Yes, they once again borrowed a playbook from reactionary, angry, perpetual online men. We are a stupid country. It's always about the men.
Doesn't she tweet like all the time like a little girl? So isn't she perpetually online?
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it's okay when
stop. Stop.
The logic deceives me. I don't get it.
And like she's even, like she says reactionary. Okay. By her standard, yes. Like the world is now looking at your bullshit and they're reacting. And like, why would you do this? No, stop. But, and then it's everybody else's fault. Like she breaks into your house, shits on your carpet, and when you chase her out of a house, like, why are you reacting to me shitting all over you? Seemed like the normal thing to do. Right,
100%. Love that. All right, let's continue on because there's more here from the gaming media. Jake Steinberg worked for Game Explain, which is a YouTube channel that's pretty popular, has a couple million views, a couple million subscribers on the way. Anyways, he left. But this is the type of person that you're dealing with. They wrote a piece on Substack, specifically on Election Day. Said, anyways, I wrote a piece yesterday about how anti-woke gamers are basically Nazis.
Please read and subscribe.
And I went in here, and it features Smash JT with his Kotaku Detected, as well as
Asmongold, yeah, leader of the Nazi party there.
Yep. Yes, and Hypnotic along the way videos here. So, yeah, man, it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to see the cope along the way, and just that's the only word that I can use to describe it is cope. I think it's crazy.